What's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic night tonight. I know you're like, yo, dude, this is a late show, and it is, but I got the freedom to come on here at whatever time because this is America and we're free. Speaking of freedom, if you haven't already, please go download ourfreedombook.com. Get the app from your app store, Android, iOS, doesn't matter. You can get it. And if you're like, yo, I just got a computer, just put in ourfreedombook.com, create the profile. We got a show that we got to do, Suni, Corey. We got to put this show together. We need to pre-record this show tomorrow and put it up there because I'm telling you, we got a lot of stuff. All the stuff that we couldn't say on here, I want to say it in that show. We got to Our Freedom Book. I would love to do it tomorrow if you guys could. All right. So
let's jump it off.
The topic today, as you guys read in the description and you've seen the picture that I put up. All right. Strong women intimidate weak men. Weak men are scared of strong women. You like, Cash, why are you saying this? First off, this is not going to be a typical show. This right here, you guys know we got the Cons Avengers and Patriots stick together. And even deeper than that, oh shit, Harvey EC in the house, what's going on? Even deeper than that, I gotta say, street lights stick together. And Suni is a certified street light. That's my homie. We go back like fried bologna. We just met this year, but still, she's a big part of the squad, just like Corey. And if you come for one of mine, then yeah, we got to talk about it. See, and where you messed up at, where anybody's going to mess up at when you try to go at somebody that tried to let you come on their show and use their platform to let your voice be heard, which is something that we all want to do. We want unity. We want from both sides. You want to come on, you want to talk, we do that. You know what I'm saying? We'll help you get your voice out there no matter what side you're on. It's about the discussion, breaking the barriers and bringing people closer together. But when you come in with a closed mind and then you attack somebody that I care about, you know what I'm saying? That's my teammate, my partner. Now we got a problem. And it would have just ended with a discussion. I would call you and be like, yo, man, why you do this? But then you go after the show that we let you come on a couple times. You go on to create a post and a screenshot and try to talk smack about all of us, but even more importantly, the woman of the group. Now, we protect the women in our groups. I don't know about anybody else, but that's just how we rock. You coming at the woman and you coming at all the men. And she's a part of a very strong squad. So yeah, we got her back. So the moral of this show is weak men, immoral, sorry, low class, unintelligent men that have a problem with talking crazy to women and, you know, trying to bring women down, but won't do it to a man. See, I hate those kind of men. I loathe those type of men. If you're going to be a man and talk crap to a woman, that's your business, right? But when you only do it to women, like you won't come at a man. You won't say those things or try to have a conversation or debate or argument with a man because you know that you're the weaker male. Weaker males can smell the alpha males, which is why he probably never try to come to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna get right on into this. Do you want to pull it up?
Yeah, I've got the video. I'll pull it up.
All right, so I'm gonna show you guys why I'm a little upset at this dude. Oh, and everybody say what's up to the lovely John Tisha, who's making her appearance back with us again and reunited, and it feels so good. You know what I'm saying? She ain't been here in a while, y'all. So say what's up to John Tisha, the newest Facebook sensation, baby. Got her show booming. Great conversation. I challenge everybody to tune into her shows, man. I'm telling you, she puts on a good one. So if you love us, then you're gonna love her. All right. What's going on, John Tisha? How you doing?
My bad. My
good.
bad.
My
sister just got here from SoCal, and the kids are decorating with Dad in the living room.
That's dope.
I messed up. That's okay. That's fine.
The topic of discussion today
Sorry.
is, you're good. The topic of discussion today is weak men. So we're going to pull this up and we're going to show you why we're making this discussion about weak men. Don't be a weak man. I need everybody, if you could, please share this out, like this video, share this video, subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't already. Cash Kelly the Street Light, that's where you can find it at. Ring that bell icon so you never miss another upload. This show is going to be fun, funny, but serious. Let's do it.
I'm gonna put you out. I'm gonna put your name out. I'm gonna let people know you're okay with children watching this, and we're gonna put you on blast. You know why? I was that child that got molested. I was that kid. I know what it's like. You're laughing, but it's a harsh reality for so many kids.
I was molested as a young kid, and
So
I
then
knew how.
I knew it.
And
I knew it.
how. I knew
See,
how.
now
to
it
address
now
that.
it makes sense. Now
I
it
knew it.
makes sense.
I don't know how
yeah.
to address that because I didn't know how to address it, and I still suffer with it as an adult.
Corey,
I went to therapy before. I went to
Marlon?
therapy before.
you
I
called it.
talked
You
about it.
called it.
Well, so what does that have to do with anything?
A lot, bro. Do you
You
know?
got a lot.
I'm about to be so raw. Do you know how long I didn't know what gender I was attracted to? I was confused at a very young age. Sorry to get emotional.
Yeah.
Because of what someone did to me. So yes, you're putting this stuff on TV, bro. It messes with a child. Things are awoken in you that should not be awoken.
You're right. Your innocence is taken away.
It's not okay. And I'm sorry to this is real, bro.
Hey, Suni,
Certain things that you shouldn't even think about. Shouldn't have these feelings.
Mhm.
check
You're
the
right.
thing I'm sharing here. Check the
I'm
thing and see
saying.
how far away, how long ago they've been doing this nonsense. Look how long ago. Look at how long they've been indoctrinating our children. Just look. You ready, Suni? Is it playing? Look at this nonsense. Watch him. Tell me what you see there. What do you see there?
Like a little boner.
Oh, it's not a little one either. That's how he's making the hole. He's
He's using
screwing
the
the cheese.
He's using the boner to put holes in the cheese. Man, that's
This
right.
is 19. This is 1950 something. For you to tell me that they're not
take out a
indoctrinating
hammer.
children with this bullshit, you are delusional.
No.
You are delusional.
I don't listen. I'm
You're
gonna tell you.
delusional.
First off, I want to say this. Suni, thanks for sharing that. I know that's a raw thing. I've been through it.
Like they're honestly,
Pause it after your comments on here.
you know, kids gotta go through it. I cry because I'm crying for myself. You know, and I know some other young girls going through that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that this stuff is on TV. And our kids get attacked so much, especially now. You know what I'm saying? My son has to walk around the store and watch a grown man put on fucking makeup. My son. And I have to explain to him that's not normal. So my kid is going to grow up knowing that men, he's going to look at his dad and say, they're confused. My dad doesn't do that. So what is this? That's opening them up to a whole nother reality. Oh, so there's a such thing as trans?
Yeah.
That's no.
Okay. Real quick. See, that's just part of it, y'all. That wasn't even all of it. It gets even more, right? But what pissed me off instantly when I watched this is when you said what you said when you opened up and spoke about that, Sony, which I know is painful to do because I did it and it's hard to talk about that kind of shit, you know? But this dude to stay like this, like, and start laughing and shit, that infuriated me. I was cussing in my car while I was watching it. Like literally, I wanted to hit him. Real talk. I hate how he tried to brush it off like it wasn't shit because it happened to him, so he says. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't nothing all that happened to me. That shit is horrible. And I'm sorry, first off, that you had to go through that. And I'm sorry I wasn't on there to call him the bitch ass nigga that he is. I would have though, just so you know. But
Yeah.
he shows all the signs, and that's just one clip, you guys. I don't know how many of you guys were watching him on our shows the other days, but he has an inferiority complex. When he came on with us, you could tell that he was out of place, not because he was talking with a bunch of people who, like he calls it, our right-wing conservatives is what he called us, but it was because he didn't have the intellect or the intelligence to be able to have a conversation with us. He had an opinion, he had multiple opinions, but he couldn't state any facts. He talked about policies, but couldn't state any of the policies. Okay, he's one of them people that is just a clout chaser. He only came on the show because he felt like people was going to hear his voice, which was fine. We want that from everybody, but we want it to be respectful. And he lacks respect because he's over the internet. Now, if this would have been a conversation that took place face to face, I guarantee you he would have been one of the quietest men that you ever heard, because he's not even a beta. You know, you got alphas and you got betas. He's not even a beta. He's like a gamma. You know what I'm saying? He's far down the list, a person that you don't even, you know, he's the type of man that you don't even look at as anything. He's unpleasant to be around. His voice is annoying. And the way that and the only reason I'm talking like this about this dude is because I tolerated his disrespect a few times while we were on, and I tried to switch it up and bring it back into unity, you know, but he's the type of person that likes dissension. He likes to cause division. He's not a bridge maker. He's a bridge burner. All right. He's a disrespectful, weak male. And I hate weak males. Now, I know I ain't the strongest man, but I'm strong enough to stand on my own. I'll stand against anybody, and I'll stand for people who cannot stand for themselves. He's the type of person that won't stand up to somebody who will stand up to him, but he will kick somebody when they're down to say that he had a part in it. That's the kind of man that he is. He's a weak, frail, small-minded man. All right, so I want you guys to talk a little bit about what happened yesterday and how did this all happen? What took place to get this back on?
We have been talking about Black culture, and we kind of ventured off onto like how the music and things that are depicted, you know, not only affect adults, but it affects the youth. And he was like, no, it doesn't. So we got on the topic of Disney putting sexual images in the cartoons, how they push homosexuality in the cartoons. Like, you know, when I was growing up, we watched The Proud Family. I just watched The Proud Family because I wanted my kids to watch it. And I'm like, there's a little gay boy right there. The little boy that's always on the cheerleading team. You know, he dresses in girl clothes. And it's like, wow, I watched that for how long? And this stuff was in the cartoons when I was growing up. So it makes it okay. It just pushes your limits further and further and further. You start to accept more stuff. And he just wasn't believing it. So I pulled up a Teletubby video. Teletubby, you know, one of them bends over and a long little thing comes out.
Mm-hmm. We're talking about Leland. We're talking about Leland, you guys. He was on the show. He was the heavier set guy, light skin with the beard, says he's black, but isn't. Yeah, he's not even really American, bro. He's like, I don't know. The way that he is just wrong. The kind of person he is just wrong. But we'll get into that later. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, and I was just trying to show him. Like I felt like, okay, maybe he doesn't know. So he's just unaware. But then I showed him and he's just like, he laughed. Like when I showed that he laughed, and I was just like, wow. And as it kept going, I just couldn't handle it anymore. The way he was talking about it, I'm like, yo, I was that kid. I know what it's like. And even then, I tried to relate to him on that level. I tried to break it down. Like, do you realize what's happening? And he just didn't give a shit. And I just lost it. That was like a real moment where I lost my cool.
No,
remember, everything just started flooding back. And I'm like, this man, you can't possibly think like this. You can't.
Do you know John Tisha on a personal level, Suni? Like, have you had?
No, we've done a few shows together, but no.
You should really talk to her because literally, dead serious, she's one of the easiest people to talk to, and she listens. She's got a heart for this kind of stuff. She helped me Real talk. She's dope. So I feel like you should definitely, build a relationship there because she's a big part of Streetlights, literally.
Okay.
And so, John Teacher, how did that make you feel seeing that, hearing that, just that clip? Because there's more.
I was super surprised when I seen that. I don't know if you guys seen my face. I was like, oh my gosh. But also super sad to say this, not surprised. Because Disney has been, and maybe it's not just Disney, but I know Disney has been sneaking things in their cartoons for years. Yeah, and it's just about paying attention and seeing it. Number one. Number two, I'm not surprised. I know a few years ago, my daughter, they did a remake of the Babysitter's Club, and I want to say one of the kids that they were babysitting, I want to say it was a little boy who his mother allowed him to, I want to say, wear dresses and say he was a girl. And I was like, ooh. So we turned it off. I was like, nope, we're not gonna do that. We're not doing that right now. And so we skipped that entire episode. And so I was like, if that's what the rest of this show is going to have in it, then sorry, but you can't watch it. I was really sad though, because the Babysitter's Club was I read the books and I watched the first movie was cool. So I was really sad and disappointed that they did that. But I get why, because society, period. And people like Leland, like I didn't see the show, but even just that little part,
speaks a lot about his character.
Right. But also what it did to him, even though he may not realize it, what he went through. And even though he had therapy and all of that, somewhere in that, in his experience and going through that, and it changed him in such a way, like that experience typically usually does or has the potential to change people and then create and continue the cycle over and over and over and over. So much so that he's unaware that it's wrong.
I was about to say, oh, we got feedback. Who is that? Somebody got feedback. Oh, it was probably John Teach. All right, but John Teach, let me ask you something before we go to Corey, because Corey was there in the discussion and Corey had to sit through almost 3 hours of dealing with this fucking guy. But John Teacher, when you heard him, right, first off, you seen his facial expression, like when she was talking about hers and he just like blew it off and he's laughing. And his response was, oh, it happened to me. But then I noticed how he threw out there that it was women, right? That it was women that did it. Now, when I first heard him say it, the thing went off in my mind is just by his tone and the way that he said it, like he's fucking lying. He's lying, trying to be like, oh, this happened to me, so it doesn't matter. That's what I felt. I felt him like just basically trying to be like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Trying to shut her up, like, oh, it happened to me, so it's no big deal and whatever. I don't believe shit happened to him because there's no, maybe if it did, I don't get how he can be so insensitive to the topics that they were discussing.
Well, because sometimes when that happens, especially, I think you see it more with men, when it happens and it's a female counterpart, they tend to, then it creates like, it creates mommy issues or mommy issues, but then like issues towards women,
like I have
in a way where they're angry with them and they're like, they hate women for specific reasons, even though he's with a woman. But in terms of treating them a specific way, it creates that narrative in the mind for them. And I don't know if you've seen it, for example, serial killers, who who were molested as a child by a woman or mistreated by or abused by a woman as a child tend to target women that remind them of the predator, of the female predator. And then they act out, like punishment, if you will, because it created that within their mind. That's how the trauma affected them in that way. So if he was molested by a child, as a child, by a female, and that was his response, that's what I'm thinking, why he would act that way.
Right.
Not as an excuse, but just that's how trauma works and how it affects some people differently, so on and so forth.
Okay. Real quick before we keep going, can you pull the clip up one more time, if you don't mind, Sony?
Sure.
All right, because we got a couple new people in there, so that they can see it, because they didn't get to see it. If you guys could please share this video out. If you're watching from Facebook, please go to YouTube and subscribe there. Cash Kelly, the Streetlight. Subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss another upload. Not our typical kind of show tonight, but I gotta, you know what? I gotta use this platform for our people too, man. The people that I love and I care about. And Suni's one of them. And I felt like this was bullshit. So yeah, I'm calling him out, and I hope everybody sees this. I want everybody to see this fucking clown and the way that he did our sister.
It is the cause of hundreds of gay people.
You're missing the entire point. They're putting.
You find out what made people gay. It's one thing.
That's disgusting. I don't look. You're entitled to that shit. But I know one thing. If I see it, let me catch an adult showing some shit like that to a kid. I'm gonna put you out. I'm gonna put your name out. I'm gonna let people know you're okay with children watching this, and we're gonna put you on blast. You know why? I was that child that got molested. I was that kid. I know what it's like. You're laughing, but it's a harsh reality for so many kids.
I was molested as a young kid, and
So
I
then
knew
you should
how.
know that
I knew it.
And I knew how. I knew
See,
how.
now
to address
it makes sense. Now
I
it
knew it.
makes sense.
I don't know how
yeah.
to address that because
He's a fucking liar, y'all.
and
You
I
could
still
tell.
suffer with it as an adult.
Corey,
I went to therapy before. I went to
Merlin?
therapy before.
you
I
called it.
talked
You
about it.
called it.
Well, so what does that have to do with anything?
A lot, bro. Do you
They
know?
got a lot-
I'm about to be so raw. Do you know how long I didn't know what gender I was attracted to? I was confused at a very young age. Sorry to get emotional.
Yeah.
Because of what someone did to me. So yes, you're putting this stuff on TV, bro. It messes with a child. Things are awoken in you that should not be awoken.
You're right. Your innocence is taken away.
It's not okay. And I'm sorry to this is real, bro.
Hey, Suni,
Certain things that you shouldn't even think about. Shouldn't have these feelings.
check
You're
the
right.
thing I'm sharing here. Check the
I'm
thing and
saying
see how far away, how long ago they've been doing this nonsense. Look how long ago. Look at how long they've been indoctrinating our children.
Oops. I just don't want to see that part. I'm sorry.
First off, I want to say this, Suni. Thanks for sharing that. I know that's a raw thing. I've been through it.
Like, honestly, there is no excuse for it, man. You know, young kids got to go through this, and I think I cry because I'm crying for myself. You know, and I know some other young girls going through that, and I know that this stuff is on TV, and our kids get attacked so much, especially now. You know what I'm saying? My son has to walk around the store and watch a grown man put on fucking makeup. My son. And I have to explain to him that's not normal. So my kid is going to grow up knowing that men, he's going to look at his dad and say, they're confused. My dad doesn't do that. So what is this? I went on a rant. But
Yo, thank you for your service, Charles. I appreciate you, my brother, and I'll reach out to you. That dude, man. Corey, your turn, bro.
Man, I honestly I don't know where to start, man. But I'm gonna just say that it was crazy how he was so insensitive at such a tough moment. You know what I'm saying, for Suni. And
That's what pissed me off the most.
What I was going through at that time, I didn't know whether to stop her or to let her vent. I was mad as hell, man. I mean, I was like, I ain't been that mad in a long time, man. I thought that I didn't even know I had that type of anger in me no more. And I'm glad it was
humanity, man. That was the humanity in you relating. With me, it was the more, I'm like, it was the humanity in me, and plus knowing how she felt. I know how I felt in the moment of some stuff.
Yeah,
you know, man.
And I'm like you, man. I got girls, man, and I know a lot of people, men and women, that has been through that. You know what I'm saying? Thank God I never have, but it just, man, I it's hard for me to talk about it right now, man. But the thing that heated me up too is he thought it was funny, man.
That's what really fucking. I wanted to choke him.
And we can assume all day, and we can go back and forth all day and night about, have he been touched? Have he not? He lying? He telling the truth? I personally think he have, but whether he have or haven't, that's not the point. I don't guess. But the main point is, I strongly believe that he is trying to justify his actions by trying to make it seem okay. He's trying to appease to his conscience, because I strongly feel that he's been doing something. I also feel that his ass is finna get caught, and he know it, and he can feel it, and he trying to justify it within himself. He disgusting, man, and that shit ain't nothing funny about that, man. Nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, the man, the feeling he gave me, man, I can't even explain it, man.
All right, so Sony, do you got the post that he made? Because I want to touch on that real quick before I shame his ass and throw it up here for everybody to see.
Hold on, I want to throw something in real quick.
Go for it, brother.
I couldn't watch no more. I clicked off. I got off. I had to go get me some soup and calm down so I can sleep. I was tripping, right? So Merlin told me that he was laughing. That he was laughing at the words.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. But go ahead. My fault, man. Go ahead.
No, I want to show the post that he's, because we all seen what this dude said. There she go. What's up, Shelly? Did you see the clip yesterday that no?
I'm so pissed right now. So I totally forgot that it's Christmas Eve here, and I'm making pork. So I had to marinate it and pop it in the oven. And then I finally jumped on to see where you guys were at. And I just happened to catch it. I sat next to my husband, and I just happened to catch the part where you were replaying the tape.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, I literally went from 0 to 100 instantly. So I didn't see the show last night.
But you did see the clip.
I just saw the clip, and then I saw Suni's reaction, and I'm like, my husband's like, go get on.
All day long. Family. See, that's what I'm talking about. Family right here, y'all.
So I was like, I'm going to jump on because, one, I want to say to Suni that I'm sorry that you experienced that. That was very, very deep. It was very, very touching. I think earlier during the show we had earlier, Cash mentioned a little bit something. He had talked with John Tisha, and I've never seen that one either.
Yeah.
So, but I'm assuming that I know what it is. Okay. And I think that, like, when I tell you guys so much that we all have so much more in common than I think we even understand. I was a victim myself, and I've never said that publicly ever to anyone. And those roads are very hard to come from. So to hear him say those things the way he said it, I can tell you right now, he's a fucking liar.
That's what I feel too.
He's full of shit. And I'm telling you, and I said it to you guys earlier, I knew the minute that I spoke to him, I did not like him.
Facts.
Just like his condescending little demeanor, And now, after that, what? I got so many emotions right now. I'm fucking pissed.
We're about to pull up the what's it called? The post that he made after.
Yeah, he made a post.
This shit. Wait till y'all see this.
Post?
Oh yeah, this is where I'm trying. This is why I'm doing this right now.
Like my
Because
heart
first
is
off,
fucking pounding right now.
the reason why I'm doing this right now is because first off, the number one thing is he came on our platforms and we allowed him to have a voice. All right. And it was supposed to be respectful, you know, and have the discussions and some, you know, be intellectual. We allowed him to come on. He's disrespectful. Number one, he was disrespectful. Number two, he was insensitive to what happened to her, which happened to a lot of people that watch us, and shit has happened to me, being real. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, the insensitivity turned into laughter. So it's like a mockery. And then a write-off with saying, well, it happened to me, and I got it. You should be able to push through it and learn how to deal with it. And I got therapy for it. Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? That shit pissed me off. And then
think that therapy fixes everything.
nah, but this is the thing.
When stars are deep, it doesn't.
No, it does. I mean, it helps people. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't fix anything. We have to fix it ourselves. Yeah, but the thing that really did it for me, really fucking did it for me, is when he seen our sister up there crying, really feeling some shit, and then he writes it off. And when somebody says, "Yo, Sunni, yo, I'm sorry, you know, that you went through that, and I appreciate you for sharing that," but if there's a fucking but after it, I don't need to hear shit else. You know what I'm saying? He should have just ended it right there and be like, look, I apologize. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I understand because I actually went through that too. So I get where you coming from. Maybe we should talk about something else because I think we just disagree on this topic. I don't want to see you over here hurting. You know what I'm saying? Especially when she crying. And you know Sunni's strong as hell. I don't even think that she was capable of crying. So to see that really fucking infuriated me. You feel me? So I'm gonna pull up this. I want you guys to read this, or I'll read it out loud for you. Look at what this clown said, man. All right. Let me put it all the way up on the screen. He says, guys, according to some far-right people I met recently, this is what causes your son to become a homosexual. The poll that kind of looked phallus. So please don't let your kids eat popsicles, hot dogs, bananas, lollipops, because according to this far-right group, these are things that will make your child gay, which is not at all what they said. All right. Then he puts the laughing emojis. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters in the LGBTQ community. It's scary to think that people today still have backward points of view on the subject. All right. That's number one. That was the first one.
And this is a picture that we were talking about.
Yeah, that's the picture right there. If you look right in the middle, there's a smaller looking tower, and it looks like a dick.
Hold on. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It looks like a dick, and this is Disney. Okay. So we'll leave that one there, right?
And then here.
All right, check this out. He says, I spent this week appearing on a right-wing podcast, which is a damn lie. We're not a right-wing podcast. We're a conservative group of Americans. All right, we're not on any political party, but we support Trump. But anyway, he say, boy, oh boy, it wasn't all bad. I learned a little more about why they support Trump and their beliefs. But also, when I say I heard some of the most backwards point of views I have ever heard in my life, believe it. The right-wing party is still running on Windows 98. They are behind the times. And from the folks I spoke with this past week, they still believe that demons and demonic forces are influencing our kids. I don't believe in Satan. He's just as real as Santa Claus in my eyes. The conversation led to demons, y'all. Can't take you serious if you think demons are the reason why Biden cheated. I have never been prouder to a liberal and a man that advocates for oppressed communities. Black conservatives are an interesting group that takes things so seriously that some said their kids can't watch Little Mermaid because it pushes the gay agenda. Bruh, I lost my shit. Interesting experience. But I did learn that there is a clear victim mentality with the black conservatives. Okay, the black conservative got a victim mentality. Also, extreme submissiveness to authority, not respect, submissiveness. I see why they voted for Trump, because he also expresses a victim mentality and demands submissiveness. There was good moments where we were able to connect as Americans, but then mostly disagreements about many, many different topics. But it is important as Americans, we have conversations and we try to reach across the aisle as calmly as possible. It may not always be successful, but the attempt is always worth the headache at the end. And by the way, I know you're probably thinking like, this dude doesn't know how to read. No, that's exactly how he wrote it. Okay. How I read it is exactly how he wrote it. Now, there's a couple things with this bullshit ass post that he made. Number one, we brought him on, and we told him it's not, we're not trying to bash you on him. We're not trying to, argue with you. We just wanted to get a liberal perspective because we have more conservative views. We're not right wing. Right wing is completely different than a conservative. Okay. And then he said that the black conservatives are victims. We have a victim mentality. This coming from a liberal who literally says that they're victims of systemic racism and the things that white people have done to them in the past is the reason why they can't progress now. That's victim mentality. Not what we would say, which is, look, let that shit go and move forward. It's up to you to change the direction of your life. That's what the message that we gave him. He disagreed, but we're the victims, okay? Then he's talked about we're brainwashed and submissive to law enforcement. He's confusing respectful with submissiveness, okay? Because we have a conservative cop right here on the show right now, and she'll tell you exactly how all of us operate. We're respectful to law enforcement that deserve respect. In no way, shape, or form will we submit to a cop that was being crooked or corrupt or violating our rights. And that's the difference between you, Lee. I'm not even going to say a liberal, but I'm going to say you, Leland, and a person like me. I know my rights, so I would not let my rights be violated. It's just my brain works a little bit different than you. If I even am dealing with a crooked cop, and he is fucking with my rights or my freedoms, and he's aggressive, I'm definitely not gonna start being disrespectful. You're probably right. I probably will be submissive because I know the outcome of dealing with a fucked up ass crooked cop. And I don't want to be that person that ends up on a t-shirt if that could be a possibility. I don't want to be the person that can go to jail for disorderly conduct because it can be flipped like that, because I know the law. I know how it can go. So depending on the nature of the stop, see, you don't think about those kind of things. You think, I'm a black man, I shouldn't have to listen to no cop, especially if you're white. When really, you ain't even black, nigga. You whack. You ain't black. You're whack. Straight up.
What I don't understand is like him saying all those things like after your show and stuff like that. And him saying that aren't the liberals the party of like peace and love and tolerance and all this stuff, but they're the first one to throw somebody under the fucking bus. Like the first one to throw someone under the other bus. Anybody, and I don't care what party you support, anyone that can make a sarcastic comment or laugh or even go on your own page after you just seen another black woman talk about her experience and you just push that shit off, you have to be the biggest piece of shit in the world.
Yeah.
Because they talk so much about how, oh, we gotta stick together, like, you know what I'm talking about, oh, like liberals, etc. We gotta stick together. We care about Black lives. When did he didn't show any kind of consideration for your Black life in that moment. Literally, that's what made me jump on this video. I was about to sit down and be like, okay, well, I just can't do it. When I saw Sony cry, I was like, wait, hold the fuck up.
Yeah, that's what did it, man. And here's the thing, y'all.
I
And
didn't realize it was that bad. Corey mentioned it to me, but I didn't know it went there.
oh yeah, it did. But he does not speak. See, this is the thing. He's the first liberal that I've ever actually spoke with that believes the way he believes. He's not. I don't even consider him liberal, because even a liberal, wouldn't agree with the shit that he was saying. The beliefs that he has, the dude has no knowledge on his party at all. I thought he did when I initially first met him, because he repeated some things that I found to be later on just some CNN talking points. So, okay, he watches the news is what that proved to me. He's not really that intelligent, because when it got down to the discussion, he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. He was running around in circles, literally just giving his opinion instead of actual policy or actual statements that was actually made. He was going literally off of his opinion. So he's not even a liberal in my eyes. He's just a low IQ, unintelligent male that doesn't know how to have intelligent conversation with people without getting defensive or attacking them.
Because they're in their feelings, too much into their feelings. They don't think with their head.
A weak man thinks with his emotions.
Exactly.
Not with ration. I'm a rational man. I can take my feelings all the way out of shit when I'm dealing with something, which is why I can deal with people attacking me in the comments, or if I'm talking to somebody and they start, making their little slurs or whatever. It doesn't move me one way or the other. My emotions aren't invested in it. It's like, I ain't never gonna see this in real life, and if I did, I know he wouldn't say it, so it don't bother me. But this man will get triggered and let his emotion. I bet you he was raised by women. I bet you any money that boy was raised in a house full of women, because he acts like a upset girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? That's how he acts. He doesn't act like a man. A man would not sit and do and say the shit that he said yesterday and act the way that he acted. So Leland should be Lily, is what I'm trying to say.
Layla.
There you go. Layla.
Yeah. Layla needs to be checked into. And I'm gonna put this out there. Anybody that's watching that has any type of dealings with that cat, reporting. If he done something, you need to report it. And that's the important part, because it's obvious to me. It's extremely obvious to me that I strongly suspect that he's had some activities, illegal activities with kids. That's what I suspect, or I think. Okay.
I mean,
And
he need to come forth and get the help he need.
That's
what's wrong with him.
I had that thought. Like when I was sitting there talking to him, but before it even got there, we were talking about this, and he just was like, "It's not a big deal," and I'm just like,
exactly.
Okay.
How would you say it's not a big deal if it happened to you? Like, it
That's
doesn't.
what I'm
make sense.
saying.
So you're defending it. Why? Because maybe your ass. I bet you he might be in support of that bill that they were trying to pass. That pedophilia is a sexual orientation. I bet you any money he's one of them dudes, bro. For him to sit there and defend it and like, well, you just needed to manage it better, or I know
That's
how
what
to
he
manage
said.
it.
He said,
Like,
I got
manage it?
counseling and learned how to manage it. I'm just like, you know what? There's little girls that they mama ain't listening, or they can't tell nobody, or they're scared. So there is a fucking counselor for us. There is none.
He has that mentality where that everything is like you just push it to the side type of mentality, except when it's for things that conveniences him. People that think that touching children, mental illness, which I do believe it is partially, it has to be a mental illness, but that does not mean that you get a free pass. We don't make that normal. We don't normalize that type of behavior.
Right.
And people like that are extreme on that level, they want to normalize that. And then they want to shit all over you or what's happened to you. First of all, everybody's experience is very different and very unique. And you cannot tell someone how to cope with what they went through.
Exactly. I swear you be hitting shit right on the fucking head. That's why I love when you come on my shows. I swear to God.
You cannot tell people how to do how to feel, and for him to be dismissive,
of
Sue's experience,
Look, Donna says, didn't he say something about letting his nephews view stuff, or did I hear wrong? Did he say
No.
something?
Yeah, he did.
I didn't
I'm
watch
gonna
it.
tell
I haven't fast forwarded to the part where he got on your nerves.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what else he said. He
Can you
also
pull it up?
said,
Can you pull it up? Let's
Okay,
pull the
go ahead.
clip up.
Yeah.
I want it to be on there. I want everybody to see this fucking guy for the man that he is. That's the point of this live. I want to show everybody what this man said, what he's really about. My man D'Antonio just popped in too. So yeah, I want to show everybody really what this dude is about. Straight up. Because if he's saying things like that, then yeah, maybe there is somebody that's gonna see this and be like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna say something. If he actually did do something, I don't know if he did. I'm not making a claim, but I'm just saying when you defend stuff like that, it don't make you look too good, bro. I would never in my life stand and defend somebody that does some sick shit to a child because I was the child that had some sick shit done to me. This shit would infuriate me. You know what I'm saying?
And Cash, I'm so happy you are doing this.
I got to.
So great.
I got to. I'm gonna make his ass famous for that today. All right, this is it right here, Suni. All right, I'm about to pull it up. Let's hear what he say. If you all could mute your mics when the video plays, so there's no feedback. If you guys could share this video out, please, and let everybody know about Layla.
To wear a purse. If you remember the Proud Family, they since we were little.
I didn't know they were gay in the Proud Family.
Tinky Winky's gay.
Twinkie Winky.
That's his name. His name is Tinky Winky.
You kick his little ass.
Now watch this. You saw the intro. It seems innocent, right? You're like, oh, my kids can watch this. No, look at this
Look at
nasty
him.
shit. Watch
Yeah,
this.
look.
Just watch.
No.
So when I tell you I have the upper hand,
But me personally, I don't believe that turns a child play or whatever.
Do you have kids? Hold on. Do you have kids?
No, I do not.
Okay, there we go.
Why have I always thought you had kids? That's crazy. I always thought you was a father.
I got a lot of nieces and nephews. I'm like,
No,
different
fuck
when
that.
it's your
Fuck
own.
it. That don't count. I'm talking about your own kid.
I'm just saying I don't believe stuff like that or music and things like that. I don't believe like you guys all like a lot of this was like you said like this evil is evil. I don't believe in this layer of evil that's around. I'm a pastor, son. My father
live in reality then, bro.
my father's a pastor of the church. I'm an ex-
You muted, Suni. What you saying?
I'm trying to figure out when he said it. Do you remember how far after he said it, Corey?
Shit, even all this shit is crazy.
Okay.
Evil. Okay, what do you believe about evil? What do you believe about evil?
Evil and Satan, those are like tools used to try to get citizens in place. It's a tool.
That's what religion is. That's what religion is.
It's just like
Yo,
Santa
pause
Claus
it.
almost.
So right there, he said he don't believe in Satan and he don't believe in evil, which is why I believe he would be okay with something like the nasty shit that we talking about, and that's why he could be so insensitive to what happened to Sunni and people like Sunni, people like me, people supposedly like him. To him, it's not evil. It happens, and you just got to work through it. That's basically what he said. You just got to get through it.
I think it's coming up. I think it's coming up where he said this shit about his nephews.
If you're constantly seeing things on television that may be sexual, homosexual, transsexual, whatever, you don't think that has an influence on somebody's decision as they get older?
I don't think
about their sexual lives and about their mannerism and personal behaviors.
I don't believe that dictates who they're going to be attracted to at all.
It's subconsciously telling you that you should participate in behaviors like that, and only
exactly
straight people don't participate that way.
No, it's telling me
Do you believe that some people are a product of their environment?
when it comes to the LGBTQ community, I believe you're born homosexual. You're not
Do
created.
do you believe that some people are a product of their environment?
Yes.
Okay.
But you also have straight men who was raised by 2 gay dads. So
I said some people.
I have not seen that, but okay.
All I'm saying is I feel like you're born gay, you're born trans.
Hell to the no.
That's just
you're not.
I have friends in the LGBT community. I've had those.
So do
conversations.
I, and they would talk
So do
against
I.
every message you're saying right now.
Listen, I can get a girl on the phone right now. Strong used to be gay.
Mhm.
Had finer women than me. I couldn't stand it. It's my cousin. I couldn't stand it. You understand? But she used to say the same thing. But when she was delivered from being gay, she said, "Cuz, let me tell you something. All that bullshit about you being born gay is an excuse. It's a lie.
Exactly.
It's a lie. Most people that are gay, if you look back to it, they've been touched on when they was little. Sonny, will you stop that? they've been touched on. They've been touched
trying
on.
to say shit like that is normal.
That just tells me that character likes that.
So you would sit.
Sonny can't hear you.
Would you sit up and let your niece and nephews watch that?
Yeah.
Knowing. Okay, you got a different thing going on then. Never mind.
Likes that.
So you would sit up there. So would you sit up and let your niece and nephews watch that?
Yeah.
Knowing. Okay, you got a different thing going on then. Never mind.
Wow. You're not serious right now, right?
Listen, this is a dead conversation from this point.
Are you serious?
Let's not tell
Are you
them
serious? No. Please. Are you serious right now?
You're not letting people if you watch Teletubbies?
Yes. Knowing what I just told you. Why the fuck you? Yeah. He's making my stomach hurt.
That shit's crazy, bro. Crazy.
It's unreal, man.
Yo, see, that's when I talk about brainwashed. That dude is so brainwashed. So fucking brainwashed that first off, he don't believe in evil. All right. He thinks that people are born trans. You're born trans. That's what that man said. You're born trans and born gay. That is a learned behavior. I don't care what anybody says. That is a learned behavior. Nobody comes out the womb and a kid does not come out the womb and just say, I'm gay. It's taught. It is learned. Or it is something that is misunderstood. Like maybe a boy is born and raised with nothing but boys, and girls are icky, you know what I'm saying, at the time. So they might have did something or experimented or whatever until they found out where babies come from. That's how that works. When you find out where babies come from, then you're like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to be with a girl. That's nature. Nature will tell you that on your own. Women and men give off certain pheromones, you know what I'm saying, that make you attracted. This is scientific. Attracted to that person. Okay? I ain't never smelled another man and thought, man, I wonder what his butt's like. You know what I'm saying? Never. But you smell a woman and you be like, you might not even know her. You smell, you're like, damn. You know what I'm saying? She might not even wear nothing. You feel me?
He's watching and he wants to come in.
Oh, hell yeah. Run that shit. Run that shit. Send him the link.
Hey, it shit ain't getting taken easy on him this time around.
Nope.
And by the way,
we gonna keep it respectful though.
Absolutely.
I don't want us cussing at him. Or I mean, if you want to cuss, you could cuss, but I don't want us belittling him for what we think, only for what we know. So what I mean is the conversations that we have had with him and the things that we just seen right now, because we deal in facts, okay? Not our feelings. But I do have something that I want to say to him right now when he gets on here. So go ahead and speak.
Hey, real quick.
Go right ahead, John.
All right. Oh no, I just from watching, man, and from the time you guys started, and man, I hope he's still watching this shit. Because I know he's getting on. But hey, check this out. So some things that I made my little notes. One, I think it's funny how you got all these people out here that act like they know something. like they got knowledge. So just because they've been to school or they opened up a book or whatever the hell it is, they think that they like this dude thinks he knows and he's really smart. But there's a difference. Like he could have some knowledge, but he ain't got the wisdom to understand that the shit that he believes in, there's a lot of falsehood
just
in it.
Real quick to
And
piggyback on what you just said right now, like you just said, there's a difference between being smart and having wisdom, or being intelligent. And you hit it on the head. He thinks he's smart probably because of things that he's read, or fucking videos that he watched with some type of knowledge. But I want everybody to understand, intelligence has shit to do with fucking college. It has shit to do with school. Intelligence is some shit that is life experience, things that you learn. Like a person, like most of us here is from a hood. You feel me? Most of us that are on here right now is from a hood or dealt with something like the hood, right? And there's shit that you can't learn in school. All school is you regurgitating the information that they give to you, being able to spit it back at them and answer questions pertaining to the curriculum that you study. That's it. It's memory. That's all they base intelligence on, is memory. But the shit that you can't learn, like how to get it when you ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? Like how to make something out of nothing. Like how to discern whether or not you should walk down that street or take the high road and go this way. You know what I'm saying? That shit, that's intelligence. Picking your battles. That shit's intelligence. This dude lacks intelligence. He's got smarts, probably school smarts. But go ahead, Chris, my bad.
It's all good, man. Hey, and then I was listening to I think one of the dudes was talking about, it was you, the guy who just jumped on. Is it Detonio? I think you said something like the stuff that they watch on TV, like this stuff doesn't get into the kids and doesn't play a part. See, and that's that part where these guys think that they're smart, but they don't understand what programming and conditioning is. Propaganda. This stuff is all over the place, but because it's so normal, they just take it for what it is. And a part of that reason is because we've lost our moral compass in the United States. We have. There is no moral compass. Maybe in some of us, and to me, it's more the conservative party, but that moral compass overall is gone. So therefore, they don't even know when they're being programmed into conditioned to believe these crazy thoughts. And half the time they don't even know. Like they don't even know what a Republican and a Democrat is. They don't know that. What their belief systems, what a liberal, a moderate, progressive, conservative is. They just say what they think they hear because they've been told that's what it is, and then they roll with it. And I'm to this point now, man, when I'm talking to people, to me, it's like that I'm getting to like, we're going to reach middle ground. Like there's truth before compromise. Like I'm not going to reach middle ground. No, there's truth, there's biology, there's shit that's real. We're either going to accept the facts and the truth, or we can't talk. Because we're never going to reach a middle ground. We're not going to be able to compromise. And if we understand what truth is, then we can start coming to an understanding. But you got dudes like this that they just disregard truth to go with what they've been programmed into conditioned to believe. And the last thing, man, is it reminds me of that dude, Jessica Yanez. He's one of the guys that wanted to push for like all this early childhood sex shit, and it's okay. I think he was the one that wanted that. Also wanted that. What is it? Pedophilia as a gender bullshit. Like people like that, they got problems. Those are mental issues. But we've made everything normal now. And you could say you're a fucking cat, and that you want to go be with other cats, and people are like, oh, it's his gender. It's what he prefers. No, it's fucking wrong. Biology says that you're a male dude. Go find a female woman.
Yo,
you ain't
just so everybody knows, we ain't against anybody's choice of whether or not they're gay or they're straight. That's your choice. That's between you and your creator. I don't got nothing against no gay person, no trans person. Only thing I'm saying is it's a choice as far as I'm concerned. I got gay friends, I got gay cousins, I got gay family members, you know what I'm saying? And that shit doesn't bother me at all. If you're gay, you're gay. That's fine. That's your choice. But for somebody to say that you're born that way with no scientific backing of that, they try to talk about the X gene, but it's just a hypothesis. It's not a proven thing. And they take it and they run with it. You feel me? That shit bothers me. Talking about there's more than two genders. No, there's not. There is two genders. That's why you're born with a dick or you're born with that beautiful thing that women have. You know what I'm saying? That's it. There's not no in between. You don't get to pick and say, well, I know I was born with a dick, but I feel like a woman. Or I could say, hey, I know I was born cash, but I feel like a fucking lion. So is that okay if I just eat you? You know what I'm saying? If I run up and start clawing at you and fucking eat you? No, I'm not a lion. I am a man. But here goes the bad guy, Layla.
Oh, hell yeah. Everyone's bad guy is back again at 2 o'clock in the morning because my Facebook is being hit up. Thank you guys, everyone who's watching, who's called me a pedophile all day. My wife loves reading that about her husband.
We didn't call you a
Appreciate
pedophile.
that. I got a lot of pedophile comments today just because I don't think Little Mermaid turned kids gay. But that's
We didn't say that, and I'm just gonna cut you off
You're
right
not.
there.
Let me tell you.
That's
Look.
Thanks
I'm
for
in
having me
control
on
of this
again,
show.
guys.
Look, hey, Leland,
Crazy,
I'm in
bro.
control of this show, my brother.
running
And
this
I'm
shit.
not going to allow you to come in here and spin it and twist what we're saying.
Okay.
I'm not going to let that shit happen because you did that yesterday.
Thank
And
you guys
first thing,
again.
before we
for
even
having
get
me on.
started, no. Before we even get started, if you want to be on the show, that's cool. And we can talk about the shit. And you know I'm a cool cat and we can sit and chop it up. But before we get started, before you say anything about a motherfucking thing, I'm gonna need you to apologize to my sister, man, for the way that you disrespected her yesterday and was insensitive to the shit that she went through and wrote it off and laughed and threw your fucking hand up when she told you she went through some real fucked up shit. And if you can't do that, then I'm gonna boot you off this motherfucker right now.
Real quick, Suni, when you went through that and you was going through your breakdown, I was the only one out of everyone who said, hey, thank you for sharing that because I know that's tough. So you can go back and rewatch your tough. I would never laugh at someone.
You did laugh while she was saying you laughed when she told you this shit ain't funny.
If I was laughing, brother, I was not laughing at her.
Okay, well then clear it up and apologize.
I didn't do anything wrong, brother. I wasn't laughing at her. I told her, thank you for
clear it up
sharing.
And apologize for it looking like you did then.
No, that's your perspective, brother.
Okay, well then I did that from my perspective then, because this shit ain't finna go no further. You could get up off here and we'll continue our show.
Suni, I respect what you went through, and when you told me that, I stopped talking. I was listening. So if you think I was laughing at you, incorrect. I was laughing at whatever somebody else said, but not you at all, because I respect what you went through. Thank you for sharing, because that's tough to go through.
And
I'm not apologizing to you, Cash. You saw it.
I don't want you to apologize to me. I want you to apologize to her.
Suni, do you feel like I disrespected you?
It felt like I was really upset, bro. And even while I was sitting there crying, like you were laughing, and I'm like, it's not funny. I'm not gonna make it up. I don't benefit anything from this.
Shit ain't up for debate, my nigga. Either you can apologize.
Cash, real quick, Suni, because you feel like I disrespected you, and I can't tell you how you feel. I apologize if you feel like I disrespected you. But
Okay,
I just wanted to say real quick, I take that very seriously if someone is opening it up and letting us know what happened in their past. So I would not laugh at something like that. Promise you.
Okay, so what you wanted to come on? What you want to talk about?
I got E40 playing in my head right now. Hold on one second.
So what you here for now?
I thought you was playing E40 for a second, but I guess my other YouTube. Real quick, so like I said, everyone has been calling me a pedophile all day. I don't want to attack you guys. Thank you guys again for having me on the show. I've been doing a lot of like defending today of my viewpoint. Just because we have different viewpoints does not mean people who don't know me, who just know me from watching a couple of clips on the show, feel like they can come give me a whole psychological analyst of my whole life. No, guys, you don't know.
Well, you did. You felt like it was okay to go take information
like you did.
We talked about. You made a whole post about it.
I can't hear both at the same time.
I'm just saying, like, look, people calling you a pedophile, I don't think that's cool because they don't know if you actually did it. Period. But you can't say that Black conservatives are victims and then bring yourself on here and play the victim when you wrote a whole post about how fucked up my viewpoints are.
Not about your viewpoints.
Read it.
Those
are my viewpoints. You can't want you called my show a right-wing podcast, and that's not even how I roll. I'm not right-wing nothing.
So in that post that I made, I said there was some great connections.
Right at the end, after you talk shit, my nigga, stop fronting, bro. I hate that shit, bro.
Nigga,
I
I said there's been some.
bro.
First off, Cash, first off, this has been a discussion in y'all circle for a minute now. I just been dealing with the little Facebook stuff back and forth.
I don't give a damn about the discussion. I said about what I seen yesterday and my encounter with you when I was on the show, sitting with you and talking, and I kept having to like bite my tongue and let you say what you say when you was giving your opinions while we was spitting facts, and then you go off and go on her show and you say some disrespectful shit, and even your apology was fucking just as much bullshit as you are, because you say I apologize if I made you feel, nigga, that's some weak ass shit, bro. A man owns up for the shit that he do wrong. Period. You can't, like you say, you can't tell her how to feel.
You telling me that?
No, nigga, I'm talking. This is my fucking show. Now you muted. All right. Yeah, all right, fuck me. But it won't be fuck me if you was in front of me, though. I guarantee you that. You stay on that bullshit, bro. You pretend to be this person, bro, that you're not. At first, when I first met you, I thought you was cool. I thought you was all right and you could come on and have a civilized discussion, but you can't do that. That's not what the fuck you came to do. Only thing you came to do is give your opinion, talk shit about Trump, talk shit about conservatives. You get your little, 15 seconds on the show and shit, and then you run back on your fucking weak ass Facebook where nobody really knows you, you know what I'm saying? And talk some shit about her show where she had you on there to let you get your voice, to let you be able to say what you wanted to say and speak to the people about how you feel. And instead, you use that use that shit against an attack and talk that bullshit. And I ain't with that. I don't honor that shit. I'm a real respectful fucking guy. You know what I'm saying? And I try to be nice to everybody. I come off real fucking courteous, but this is me. This is me. I don't fake the front for no fucking body. I'm me everywhere I go. So that bullshit that you spit on their show and they let you get away, I ain't doing that shit here. You can put your little fucking middle finger up like a little keyboard warrior if that's what you want to do, my nigga. But that's you. But I ain't gonna let this shit fly. You feel me? And if you feel some type of way, I travel a lot. I'll be in Georgia soon, man. You can meet up, link up, and talk about it face to face like fucking men. But I'm not gonna let you be disrespectful on here. You ain't gonna spit your fucking rhetoric on here. If you got some shit you want to say, then say what the fuck you want to say and stand on it. Now I'm gonna unmute you.
All right. I don't know what the conversation of this show was before I got in here. I just want to just address what everyone is blowing up my Facebook about. I'm not a podcaster. I don't do this for a living. I like to kind of just jump in a different podcast, give my impression, give my opinions, and that's it. Sunni, if you feel like I bashed your show any kind of way, I apologize for that. Your show is awesome. I like the fact that I get to hear some of y'all different perspectives on what's happening in America right now. Do I agree with 90% of the shit y'all say? Not at all. But I respect the fact that you have a platform to do it. So yesterday, everyone was talking about we put on the Teletubbies, and I remember saying like, "Oh, you guys have an issue with trans," and it got like super silent, like no one was saying anything, and I was like, "Oh, that might be kind of a hot button discussion for this." And then we kept going on with it, kept talking it, so I'm giving my opinion about it. I have no issue with homosexual people at all. I have friends who are homosexual. So when and Sunni, me and you've been having good conversations. We agreed yesterday on a lot of J. Cole shit. So real quick,
goodbye.
No. Leave him on here, man.
Fuck that nigga. Damn it. I just wanted to go ahead and get that.
Why though?
Because fuck him, man. He's a piece of shit, bro. I don't like that fake shit. That if you did, I don't like that shit, bro. He was disrespectful. Yesterday, I don't give a fuck how he wants to say shit. She stood there crying, telling this nigga how serious it was. He laughed, brushed the shit off, and then fucking tell her what she needs to do, how she needs to get over. Because he got fuck that. I don't play that bullshit, that fake ass shit. He's fake as fuck, and all he's spitting is bullshit. That's all I'm hearing is bullshit coming out of his fucking mouth, and I don't want to do it. I just wanted to come on. I'm glad that he brought his punk ass on this show real quick so everybody can see who he is and see how lame his ass is. And that shit was foul. And normally, like I say, y'all know I don't even get down like this, man, but I ain't going for none of that shit. Yesterday, that shit should have never happened. And the first thing that should have came out of his fucking mouth was, yo, Sunni, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. Not, yo, if I made you feel this, then man, get that weak ass apology out of here, bro. Kick rocks, nigga. Stay over in your motherfucking lane. You stay on your page where don't nobody know your weak ass. And keep it like that. Now they gonna know you because of me. You're welcome. Anybody got anything else? This show wasn't even supposed to go this long. I just wanted to come on and show this weak ass shit that he pulled, man.
Yeah, he said that I asked him about the would he let his nephews and shit watch, and I was like, man, like that's crazy, right? And I hope your sisters or your brothers are watching this show. He said that his brother would sit there and watch that shit with his kids with him. I mean, dude is he got some sick shit going on, man. Dude is.
I ain't dealing with it. I ain't dealing with him. I literally, I didn't even plan on having him on here. I just wanted to come up on here and have your back, Sunni. That's all I was trying to do. And he just happened. God just brought that boy over here and gave that apology, even though it was weak. He got it 2 times, and then he got his ass booted. Anybody want to hear that bullshit that he got to say, man? I didn't want to hear none of it. Straight up. So y'all go ahead. You can give your closing. You got anything you want to say? Y'all could go ahead and say it, and then we're gonna jump up off here because fuck that.
The whole point of it was don't expose children to sexual content, whether it's subliminally or directly. That was it. Who argues with that?
Pedophiles.
Obviously, that. Oh,
exactly. Only people that defend that are pedophiles. He's a
We're not calling
pedophile.
him that. Just so y'all know. Just so you know, we're not calling him that.
No.
I'm sure the little weak ass is gonna try to say that we making claims about him. That's not it. The only claim I'm making is soft as hell.
Side note though, Annette Marie, no one said they hate gay people, just FYI.
Yeah, hey, I want to clarify too, because I had said what I was saying earlier, like I don't believe in the transgender stuff, but I don't hate gay people. I got gay friends, lesbian friends. Hey, for me, it's if you're a girl and you know you're a girl and you like other girls and you're in love, hey, love is love. That's on you. I got some really cool ass friends. But when it comes to transgender shit, hey, that's where I have the problem. But I don't hate nobody because I even work with people that are transgender. I don't hate them. I just don't agree with their life choices. But I have that right to not agree with life choices.
Right.
I just seen that and I wanted to make sure that I address that because that's not what we said.
I like the comment.
Anna Marie. Oh, it's probably up a little bit now. It's a Facebook post.
And I never said anything that wasn't a part of the conversation yesterday, but I do not agree with anyone laughing at someone who is clearly in pain. That is a shitbag move. I'm going to stand behind that. I don't care who you are. If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. That was wrong. What he did to her was wrong. Him going with the ifs and ands and buts, that's not an apology, period. I never said anything about gay people. I believe that you love who you love. That's between you and God. That ain't my damn business. I have my best friend is gay. I have family members that are gay. So, and if you decide that you want to cut off your pee-pee, that's on you. That's your business. That's not my business. I don't feel I should pay for it, but I just feel that's your business. So I never said anything. So
anybody say that. Anybody that knows us, that watches us, know we don't get down like that. Matter of fact, we got gay people that are on our show. You know what I'm saying? And that shit we're not swayed by that, man. I love everybody for who they are. I don't like pieces of shit if they're pieces of shit. I love people that are good people, period. If you get on bullshit, I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit. That's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really haven't seen me get piped up like this, but that's the kind of thing that'll do it. That's the kind of thing that'll do it. We all got a squad here. And it don't matter about what nationality, politics, your sexual orientation. None of that shit matters to us because we have a whole casting crew of people that are gay, straight, Republican, Democrat, black, white, Latin. It doesn't matter. None of that shit matters. All right. So if you want to feel that way, I apologize. Nobody wanted to make you feel that way. I really do. I apologize, but that's not our aim. We're not against anybody for who they choose to love, or if they, feel like they're a woman and they're a man, or a man and wants to be a woman. That is totally on you, and that's okay with me. I don't got a problem with that. Shout out Lady Maga. Lady Maga, that's my homie. Love Lady Maga to death. You know what I'm saying? Dresses up in drag. Dresses up as a drag queen. Love him to death. My dude. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you guys. If you want to think that, I just say that you go back and watch the whole thing. Nobody here is ever I wouldn't even allow that. If I hear somebody bashing somebody that's gay because they're gay, or a trans person because they're trans, I stand up for them. I'll stand up for you. That's just how we are. We don't get down like that, man. Only thing we're saying is about the choice aspect of it. That's it. So if there's a problem with us having an opinion about it being a choice, I mean, it's an opinion. Everybody can have an opinion.
She made another comment, and she said that she was trying to just say that that's what he was saying about us, that we were saying we hated gay people. So she just wanted to clarify. So there's that.
Yeah, John Rooney. That's what I was responding to, because I guess he thought we were talking about something else. No, we were talking about a completely different topic. I guess for some of the people that just tuned in, it probably could have seemed, a different kind of way. But no, that's not it at all. Y'all know us by now. Everybody on here, you guys see us on here all the time. We don't get down like that. We'll defend you with our lives, man. It's your freedom to do what you want to do in this country, as long as it does not infringe on the rights of somebody else or cause harm to somebody else. We will fight for you to do whatever you want to do. If you like, guys or girls or whatever, that is totally okay with me. I'll give you a high five. I'm a lesbian myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay.
I saw what you did there.
Yeah, but you guys go ahead. Closing statements. Anybody want to go? Can't hear you, Brittany.
I can't hear you.
What happened?
I don't know. We can hear you, but it's very low.
Oh,
there it is.
You got me?
Yeah.
Wait for it. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't here for a lot of the show, and I wasn't here yesterday, but what it made me think of when you guys are talking to him is, like, I grew up with Disney movies, right? Like, I didn't come out the womb like Disney. And I will start by prefacing, like, I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person, but I'm not a religious person. So when he came up, the demon mindset, like, that is something that I might differ from a lot of you on, but and I did grow up in the Bay Area, where there's lots of different people. And I've even been to Pride. I've been to Pride in San Francisco when I was like 16. So I will just say, though, when you grow up with, like, if your parent listened to a certain type of music, or like my mom listened to classic rock, I grew up with Disney movies. As an adult, nostalgia is where these Disney movies are, because I grew up watching them. And I would have never, there's people that I meet in life that didn't grow up with Disney movies. And it's like, how do you not love them? What? That's so weird. And it's like, to me, that blows my mind, but that's because we grew up differently. So while I don't think you are born with it, I think as long as it's made acceptable, that that's an option to have. And as a child, we all know from childhood, mistakes and actions, I won't just say being gay is a mistake, but from mistakes and actions, that you're not in your right mind. There's no way you even know who you are at 8, let alone 16 or any of that. And you might have a better grip on it at 16, but when you are an adult is when you can decide. So these 7-year-old drag queens blow my freaking mind. But it's and that's what it is. It's your childhood. You are you have accepted it, and if you feel that way, you do you. But it's 100%. I don't want to say taught, but it's exposure. I'll say it's exposure.
Yeah, true shit. Anybody else? Any takers?
Yeah, I go. I don't want to make this to continue to make this about this sicko. I want to, compliment Suni for having the courage to stand up and expressing yourself and being able to do it here on this platform, because that had to take a lot of courage.
Oh yeah.
And I'm glad to see that it could be actually a good thing that you was able to get that out and vent and get that off your chest. I mean, we don't even know how much that helped you. We can't imagine that, but I imagine that it did help you to some degree, and I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? If you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm here. And I apologize if I didn't do anything correctly during that moment, because I was shocked. You know what I'm saying? So whatever I can do, however I can be there for you, I'm right there. Just let me know.
Mm-hmm. It just, I just know what it's like to have to harbor a secret, and struggle with your sexuality, especially when you grow up in church, and you're taught that's wrong. But you're not understanding why you're having these feelings or thoughts. And it's because certain things were just certain things shouldn't have happened. And yesterday did take a weight off my shoulder, because that's something that I've never been able to verbally say that without feeling shame, that I did struggle. And I will say this: you don't feel normal, or me, wondering why you feel a sexual attraction to the same sex, or why you feel it here also. It's not a normal feeling. It's something that you struggle with daily, to wonder what is wrong. So when people say choosing or you're born gay, no, you're not. No, you're not. It's a mental condition, and a lot of it happens because certain things happen to you as a child that should have never happened, or you saw something, whatever it is. It's learned, and it happens. I don't feel like a victim. I have forgiven those people, but his reaction just sent a wave over me, and it hurt, because I felt for every young girl that went through what I went through. It hurt. So thank you, everybody, for having my back for real, because you walk around the world and you got to protect yourself. And it's weird to have people stand up for you, I swear. Like, I just never have people having your back for real. Like, it's not even from family, it's from friends. So thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it, and we commend you for being brave enough to even sit through this session. That's what's up. I'm sure you're helping thousands of people.
I can tell y'all one thing. I'll bet you the next time Sunni do a show, ain't nobody gonna try to come for her.
Period.
I'll bet you that.
I just want to say, Sunni, that you already know, you and I have had plenty of conversations. You know that I'm here. I'm a phone call away. If you ever need anything, I've already made that very clear. You have my phone number. I want to say that I commend you for putting that out there. And for someone, again, for me, what made me jump, especially on this video, I was literally in the middle of some stuff, was hearing you cry literally made my heart go from 0 to 100 automatically, because no one, I don't care who they are, and I don't care what their beliefs are, should laugh at anything that's come. If we're having a conversation and that conversation got that deep, and
that's right,
at no point is there anything fucking funny that anyone else says, so he can miss me with that, period.
Facts.
There's nothing. Once that conversation goes from here and that shit takes a U-turn, there should be no laughing as a part of that conversation, because there's no jokes being thrown out at that point when everybody is silent and listening to what you have to say. So to me, that's bullshit. I don't agree with it. Like I said, I wasn't there for the conversation, so I'm not going to comment on too much more. But the fact that you were made to feel that way is dead wrong. I'm here for you for whatever you need. I'm here for any of you guys for whatever you guys need. I'm always a phone call away. My phone is always on. It is always next to me, regardless of the time. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys.
All day. We love you too, Shelly. Anybody else?
So, let me see. Where do I start? We all have a story. We all have our experience, or we know someone who has had an experience. And so we're not as disconnected as the world, bless you, the world would have you believe. And we're not meant to live this life alone. We're not meant to figure it out by ourselves. We're not meant to heal by ourselves. There might be some things that we need to learn on our own because there's really no other way. But as far as going through it, experiencing, healing, sorting, we are meant to do life with other people. That's what our connection is. That's how God made us, is to connect with each other. Iron sharpens iron. We don't get smarter unless we're around people who are smarter than us or know something different than we do. So I would encourage everyone to just keep your eyes open, keep your heart open, keep your mind open with understanding to what other people are going through. And to piggyback on what Chelly said, it's something I say a lot when I do go live, is you may not know me or Chris. We've done lives on this topic and other topics. You may not know me, but Cash said it earlier. My private, my messenger, or if you're on Instagram or whatever, it's my private message is always open to anybody who needs to talk. Because sometimes we don't have people we can talk to, but you can come talk to us whenever. I'm always here. I drop whatever it is going on if someone needs to talk. And that's, between us. I don't share it. I don't talk about it on video or whatever, because again, life is made to be done with people, with other people, with a circle of people, period. And if you're hurting right now because you're going through something, I strongly encourage you to know that there are programs out there, there are services out there to help you. Just have courage to share your story, period. There's nothing wrong with you. You are worthy, you are valuable, you are beautiful, and you are loved despite what the world is telling you, despite what your experience is telling you. Those are all lies. And just remember that there's always light in the darkness. It's so much more brighter in the darkness if you just open your eyes.
You see what I'm saying? Do y'all hear what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. I swear to you, I almost passed around the offering plate.
Hey, gentlemen, ladies. Hey, thank you guys, and for doing this. And people need to see that you don't have to be family or best of friends like next door or something to get somebody else's back. And I think this was something. It was beautiful to see you guys come together and do this. Suni, I caught that story. We'll talk, but I think there's more people out there that have struggled like you, or went through something that you went through. And I do appreciate you sharing it. People need to hear it, see more of that, because so often now people only see what's on the TV and they always see the glitz and glamour and they don't see the struggle. They don't see what people really go through. And that's why I love doing these shows and jumping on and talking with different people, so we could see that the average American, the average person in this world, we struggle, but there ain't nothing wrong with the struggle, because at the end of the day, it's in that we find some of the most beautiful things that we can find. And I appreciate your story. I really do. And again, like always, thank you for having us on.
You already know, y'all always welcome on anytime. I love when y'all talk. That's a power couple right there, y'all. Power couple. Who's up next? That's it? Nobody else wants to talk? Okay, well, I got a message. Real quick then before we go.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Antonio, because I'm going to wrap it up. So you go right ahead. Take a couple minutes and get it out.
Okay, yeah, but y'all know I got this AT&T going on, so my Wi-Fi be acting stupid. But I take the innocence of children very seriously. Almost every woman in my family has been touched on as a child, as a teenager. People like the weirdo is the reason why children are being sexualized in society today, and he's part of the reason why they try to make it the norm. We must protect children at all times. I'm pretty sure everybody on here has kids. He doesn't have any kids. people like him need to be exposed. And I'm glad you did that, Cash. That's why I had to jump on it. I'm glad you did that. That's my closing
Don't come for my peoples. That's all I can say to anybody and everybody.
And shout out to Suni for being a gangster
all day long. Stuck to the G code.
Flash, real quick before you go, I wanted to say, I put it in the private chat. I wanted to commend you for literally stepping outside of your motherfucking body, because that was an out of body experience. Like, I know that when I see that from people, the next is you about to throw hands.
Mm-hmm.
So I do want to definitely say, I know emotions were really high, because when someone hurts somebody that you care about, that's what friends and family do. They come to your back. Like,
damn right.
And so I just wanted to make sure that you understood that. To me, that just and I said to you, know, that I've had these conversations with you.
Yeah.
I thought you were as real as they come. And that just proved my point. So I just wanted to say thank you for defending her. And that was dope.
You already know, man. I'll defend all of y'all. Anybody that needs defending, I would defend you. That's just me. And the reason I'm like that is because, like everybody that we all been through some things. I ain't have no protector. So I became that protector. And I said, damn, I'll never in my life sit by idly and let something go down that makes somebody feel less than what they are. That's just who I am. I've gotten jumped. Literally, I've been in brawls because I'm like, look, I'm not going to sit here and let this happen. You know what I'm saying? Gotten jumped and still stood there and like, yo, y'all some bitches. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Especially when it's my people. You feel me? And that's how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to stand up for one another. This is a group effort. We all family on here. We created something special. I don't know if you guys realize that or not. There's all of us that are on here right now, and then even the people that aren't on here right now that are normally on the shows that we do. We have become a family. We are all one unit, fighting towards the same goal of unity, standing up for our freedoms, standing up for all the things that we believe in, saying the things that a lot of Americans wish they could say and had the platform to say it. And not only are we saying those things, but we're trying to give other people the voice or the platform to have their voice heard. You know what I'm saying? So like I told you, I'll fight to the death. That's just how I roll. That's who I am. And I love all of y'all, just so you guys know. And anybody got a problem with you guys, they got a problem with me. Even if we don't talk every day, we family. And anytime y'all call me and you pick up that phone, if I don't answer, I'll call you back or we'll get up later. But I will get back at you one way or the other. And I got you. All right. To everybody that's on here right now and everybody watching, y'all too. You need somebody to stand up, I'll stand up. I don't mind. I don't mind being a voice. I don't mind being the protector. I don't mind being the fighter. I don't mind being the shield. I'm all of that and more, whatever y'all need. All right. That being said, unite, don't fight. Be a street light, because only you can be the change that you want to see in the world. And when you get too stressed out, you got to remember to pray, America, because without God, everything falls apart. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.